Last weekend, I turned 32 years old. I enjoyed a quiet day doing some of my favorite things. Bear and I went for a walk so we could enjoy the autumnal scenery of the woods nearby. I also got to enjoy some of my favorite foods, and I took a much needed break from school. I often have mixed feelings on my birthday, an equal measure of gratitude for what I have, mixed with longings for yet unfulfilled hopes. Life hasn't always turned out the way I've wished, in both beautiful and painful ways. The fears associated with growing older are hard to quiet sometimes. I also worry that I'll always be striving towards dreams that won't ever come to pass. I didn't always have a clear description of what kind of life I wanted to pursue, not one I could readily offer to those who inquired. I often felt that deep down, I was born for a time since past. I've never been career-driven, never wanted to achieve a public greatness. I've always cherished the home environment, dreaming of a day when I could serve someone I loved by making a home for him and his children. Nurturing and creating a home life is not only a life I'm good at, it's where I thrive, and I can be my best, calmest, and happiest self. There are other things I dream of too. I dream of living quietly in the country in a small home, not weighed down by superfluous possessions. I'd love to have the joy of being able to step outside the door and be greeted by nature's rest, rather than the chaotic noises and smells of city life. I'd love to be able to give Bear plenty of room to run and explore, have space for a big garden. I'd love to be able to see the full panorama of stars, away from the lights that diminish the night's beauty. I believe these things are not out of my reach, though many days the slow progress towards them feels exhausting. When that happens, I try to focus on the smaller goals I've met. For example, a year ago I hadn't sold a single piece of art, let alone set up an Etsy shop. Now I've made over 40 sales, participated in 2 craft markets, self-published a book, and started a YouTube channel. I'm not where I hoped to be by now, but I am on a path taking me there someday, a path towards a creative life. I have so much to be thankful for. I have people who love me and care about my well-being, supporting me and encouraging me along the way. I have an adorably handsome dog who makes me laugh when life gets heavy. I have a safe, clean apartment. I have time to work on my little art business, even if it's just a few hours a week. I have one thought for those of you who feel behind too, perhaps even a little lost. It's never too late to try something new or finish a goal. The moment we cease dreaming is the moment we've given up on what might be. A friend of my mother's used to say, "Hope for everything, expecting nothing." It's such a simple, though difficult spirit to maintain, but I think it's a wonderful way to approach your dreams. Even in the midst of the mundane, the frustrating, and the painful, we can continue to nurture hope while holding the future loosely, being willing to adapt or even be surprised by what happens without being crushed by deferred hopes. I'm not living the life I wish to live, not yet, but I am carving out little expressions of it where I can. I have a small, albeit unsuccessful, patio garden. I continue to cultivate my homemaking skills, and I make sure to always spend time on my art each week, even when I'm extra busy. And little by little, I think someday I'll wake up in the dream I carry in my heart, at least a version of it. If you're watching this video in the morning, I hope you have a lovely day. And if you're watching it at night, I hope you have sweet dreams. I'll see you next time. Bye.